Hello. Well, like I always say on Thursday mornings, it's Thursday and time for my weekly Weight Watchers weigh-in. This week has been another eventful week. Not in medical situations or anything like that, but in my Weight Watcher world. Because I have not done what I always planned to do. I found myself more than once binging. Over the weekend, I'll just go right into it. Over the weekend, I not only binged on regular peanut butter, which I did. I probably had at least 6 tablespoons over a day span, and possibly 8, which is a lot of points. And then on another day during the weekend, I splurged on something that I'm trying to use to develop some new low point recipes, and that was marshmallow cream fluff. Once again, I found myself indulging in at least 6 tablespoons. And possibly there it was 8 also. And you know, if you just have a tablespoon of each of those, it's not crazy amount of points. It's when you do multiples of it. And this is part of the way that I got into my weight problem, was not paying attention to what I was eating. I am beginning to understand that that's an increasing problem that I have. But now I'm going to go into my weigh-in, because that's what I normally start the video off with. My weigh-in last Thursday was 124 pounds, which is right in the middle of my happy weight. And like I said, I caught myself more than once binging on foods that they're going to be in my home. So I have to be able to control how much I eat of them. And I didn't. Over the weekend, I ate way too much. And I had to pay the price when I got on the scale Monday morning. And I was up over 3 pounds. I weighed 127.4. Now, do I think that I gained 3.5 pounds over the weekend? No, I know I didn't. But I also know that if I don't get it under control, it will be a 3-pound gain by Thursday. So I wasn't mad at myself. I didn't beat myself up, but I was disappointed. You know, I'm trying to be a role model to y'all, and for me to gain over 3 pounds in 4 days, that's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? But that's what I did, and my work was cut out for me, so much so that I could not overcome that 3.4 pound gain. I just couldn't. But I did do okay on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I sort of kept the weight gain not to a minimum, but to a manageable amount. Because when I got on the scale this morning, I was up, but I weighed 125.4. So that means overall, I gained 1.4 pounds this week. Now, that's not too bad for me since I'm on maintenance, because I realize I'm going to gain some weight some weeks, and some weeks I'm going to lose. Where the problem is beginning to happen for me is this is 2 weeks in a row that I've gained weight. I gained somewhere in the neighborhood of 0.4 of a pound last Thursday from the week before. And now I've gained 1.4. That's almost 2 pounds in the last 2 weeks. So I have to get this under control. I have to. I have accountability to you as my viewers, and to myself, and to my health. And so that's all part of the topic this week. There is a bonus when I finish talking about this that I will put before you, but right now I want to talk about something that I feel like we all need to realize, and that's if we don't get weight gain under control, when it begins to look like it might be a trend, it will not just turn into a trend, it will turn into true weight gain. This is possibly what happened to me 3 years ago when my weight began to creep up on me and I had an extra 5 to 8 pounds for several months during all this craziness that we had to live through. And it took a real dedication for me to get that weight off. It also took me having some joint problems, in that the fact that a couple of summers ago I had to walk with a cane for a few weeks because of just that simple 5 to 8 pound gain. Because once I got that weight off, I no longer had to walk with a cane. So it's sort of a no-brainer. When you get the weight off, things improve. So that's my goal this week. I am going to try not to overeat on the weekends. I mean, I've been doing the eating more on the weekends for over a year now. And it's time for me to slow some of that down. That's one of the main reasons that I began to weigh in the middle of the week, is so I could judge where I was standing. Even though I knew it wasn't a realized weight gain, I also knew that if I didn't get it under control, it could be. So that's my topic for today, to, as Barney Fife would say, nip things in the bud before they get out of hand. And I hope that if you are struggling now, that you realize that if you will think about what you're eating, not mindless eating anymore, because that's what I was doing. I was just eating and working on something that I was trying to do, and before I knew it, I had eaten 6 or 8 tablespoons of peanut butter. Anyway, now here's my bonus. I have been on YouTube now for over 4 years. I've always, as I've shared so many times, tried to encourage you by sharing my experiences with you, just like what happened to me this week. But since it's been over 9 years that I started Weight Watchers, some of my memory has faded about what my early struggles were. So, here is a project that I want all of us to work together and do. I want you to give me suggestions down in the comments below of what your struggles are, or if you've got everything under control now, what your early struggles were when you were trying to lose weight. Because I'm almost positive that I went through some of the same things. I feel like because I was overweight for 40 years, that I have probably gone through every struggle possible. And so I just want you to help me by leaving comments below of what your struggles are or what they were. And it will give me a plethora of ideas to draw from in my upcoming videos. I hope all of you have a wonderful, on point, or if you're not doing Weight Watchers, a on track week. God bless each and every one of you. Goodbye.